Hello, are you itchy, tasty and ready for a new unboxing from Alan Presents? We got you covered with this big box here. One thing I ask, don't eat any of the other viewers if you start getting peckish. Please try and contain yourselves until after this video is finished, or just don't eat any of our viewers. Any of the people who don't watch us, go and eat them instead. Much appreciated. Thank you. Right, so that being said, this is Lee Allen Presents. I am currently a floating head above a box named Alan, apparently. I'm assuming you can just kind of see from my chin upwards as it stands right now. And this is a box that was heavier than expected. This is Resident Evil, the board game by Steamforged Games. Hindsight, I haven't got any statistics, so I will put down the how many backers, how much money it made, etc. on the video here when I'm editing it, so you know all the crucial, shall we say, information. That's Rags right there, by the way. Hopefully his licking is not making too much noise. But yeah, this is Resident Evil, the board game. I can tell you that this was funded back in 2021 in November. I can remember that much. It's been nearly 2 years waiting for this. It was due in March. Unfortunately, some production issues. The company's been very transparent with it, which I really appreciate. And I think a lot of other backers of this Kickstarter appreciate it. It was delayed from March to now, so it's August as I'm receiving this. So I'm going to stand up, so you're going to kind of miss a lot of me for a moment, just so I can get Mr. Slice out, I can crack into this box, pull the boxes out, and then we can start doing the proper unboxing, because that's what everyone is here to see. So, let me get my knife, good old trusty knife, into here, and open this bad boy up. So this is the the all-in pledge, so the Alpha pledge with the Golden Tyrant and the Fallen 5 set. I believe that was called something like nope, it's lost, it's gone. It's gone. I made the title card for this earlier and it's gone. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in the description, but we'll cover that in a sec anyway. So hopefully I'm not going to hit Rags with this. The cardboard box, look at the thickness on that thing. It's huge. Love it. Look how protected that is. If we put it on that camera, it might get better. Look how corrugated that is. It's great. It's like triple corrugation. Amazing. Steamforged always pack things really well, so that's cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, where to start? Shall we start with this first? Next Kickstarter, coming soon, Resident Evil 4, the board game. Not gonna lie, I'm a little tiny disappointed with that. I would have rather Code Veronica or Zero first. I'm not sure how well 4 is going to transition to a board game, but I fully trust Sherwin, I trust his team, I trust Steamforged Games with this franchise. So, on the back of this, we've got Survivors. On September 25th, 2017, at 2000 hours GMT, I sat down in a deathly quiet and surprisingly cold studio, looked into a camera and said, "Hey guys, this is Resident Evil 2. It was the launch of the first game I'd ever been entrusted to design. An adaptation of a video game I'd played so much I could draw every map from memory and knew the location of every item, file, enemy, and cutscene. A game in a series which I had loved from the moment I'd first pressed the power button on my old PlayStation. Little did I know where the adventure would take me, and more importantly, little did I know the amazing community that I'd see grow around our game. Since that evening, I've had the privilege of traveling to the opposite side of the planet and back again to meet and play the game with the same individuals, as well as spend countless hours speaking to them online on a huge array of platforms and written well over 200, that's a lot, developer diaries as love letters not only to the game series, but the community itself. Every step of the way, I've been humbled by you. I frequently tell people you're the best community anyone could ask for, and I don't say that lightly. At the time of writing this, I've been fortunate enough to design 3 more games for this series, and to work on with some of the most talented people I've ever met, both amongst my colleagues at Steamforged Games and at Capcom. And honestly, I count myself lucky that I get to make these games, and in doing so, give something back to the community with as much passion and commitment as you show us. A very personal thank you to every member of our tabletop Resident Evil family, and here's to the future. I'm not done making Resident Evil games for you, Rex. Not by a long shot. After all, it's up to us to take down Umbrella. Signed, Sherwin Matthews. So that's one of the core designers of this game series, and this man is a true gent. He's such a wonderful person to talk to. So thank you again to Sherwin and all the rest of the team. Now we have an invasion by a tyrant. This is the CAT-01 model tyrant. Hello, Rex. I need to get in the box now. Is that okay? I don't think he wants me to get into the box, guys. This could be the shortest unboxing video we've ever done. Okay, come on. Off you go. Good boy. There we go. Good boy. Watch your bum. Watch yourself. There we go. Good boy. Yeah. It's been good today. Okay, so first thing then we've got on the top is the neoprene mats, so the dashboards. I'm being told to push it downwards, but it's kind of tricky because of the size of the box. So we've got the neoprene dashboards. Again, we'll take a proper look at these in a minute anyway. So that's like a player mat, as it were. I'm going to drop those there. There might be a bang. Oh, that spooked rags a bit. We've got, oh wow, the cards are gold. The Gold Tyrant. Again, we'll crack into this shortly and have a proper look at that. That was part of the second bundle. It was like an add-on, like £20 something. We had the Gold Tyrant and the Fallen 5, which is potluck as to what I'm going to pull out next. I'll tell you what. Check out on that. So we've got Monster Box. We've got the Fallen 5, which I'm going to put on that side. We've got the Kickstarter exclusives. We've got, as I hadn't expected, Terrain Box. I love the look on these, the rustic kind of manila file. There might be a bang kind of file looking to this. Can't get this one out again. That's a heavy one. Oof. Okay, that's the retro pack. So that's all the cards in a retro style. Excuse the state of the nails, they're still left over from Bloodstock. We've got some more test tube dice. I'm wondering if these are the exact same dice. They do look to be a very same dice, so we'll find out shortly. As my assistant to put that there. Leanne is here on camera helping me with stuff. Say hi, Leanne.
Hi.
I said say hi, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
There we go. So we got the Game Trays box. Yeah. We've got, I'm running out of space. Director's Cut box. I'm going to put this down there a sec. We've got, oh, that's a heavy one. That's the core box, clearly. The Kickstarter edition of the game. Again, these have all the exclusive artwork and stuff on there as well, so the retail ones will be very different to this. We've got Into the Darkness expansion. And last one in the box is Bleak Outpost. I'm doing my hair. Bleak Outpost. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'll check that down there for a start. Very, very rare thing we do on the Allen Presents. We're going to do a cut, just so I can put these in an order where I can say, right, this is what we're unboxing first, then this and this and this, because it's going to be a jumbled mess otherwise. So we'll see you back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back, and we're all tidy, and we're ready to go. Where'd I put Mr. Slice? I'm not an amateur, I swear. So we're going to start off, obviously, at the very beginning of everything. So this is the first, this is the bulk of the game. This is the Kickstarter edition. On the back, you got a description. Sent to investigate a series of bizarre murders on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Your search for answers led you deep into a foreboding forest. Shrouded in a mist, but the gloom is the least of your concerns. Attacked by rabid monsters, you're forced to flee into a sprawling mansion that looms on the horizon. But as you stand in the main hall, gasping for breath, an uncomfortable truth hits home. There are only 4 of you left. Is your mission still to investigate the bloody murders or find your missing teammates? Or is it to simply survive the night and escape with your life? Right, let's get rid of this cellophane, because I know this can cause some glare with the lights that we're using, which is a bit of a pain. Plus, if the cellophane's still on, we can't look at the good stuff inside, can we? So let's get rid of that. I'll put this, a bit of production dust, that's fine. I'm gonna put this down here, so I'm gonna need that soon. Okay, so on the front, we've got this really cool motif of the eye from the original game. Oh, wow, okay. With the Resident Evil logo on the top of it, which you've obviously seen already. And then you open the box instantly. Hopefully the top-down camera's getting all of that. Fingers crossed. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, seeing this amazing what do they call it? It's not lenticular. Is it lenticular? Yes, lenticular. Of that very first zombie you meet in the game that does that very slow turn. He's chomping on someone. Does that very slow turn. That is beautiful. Oh, on the back we've got item A. Looks like normal deck discard. B discard. Okay, that's interesting. Tension deck. Ooh, this might come in handy. And it's unlike with Resi 3, it's not paper. It's like a, I'd almost risk to say it's like a plastic. The lenticle is definitely plastic. It could be like just a normal shiny card. But that's really much of an improvement over the Resi 3 one that was made. That was literally just paper for the track. As standard, we've got your rulebook, understandably, because you need to know how to play the game. It's going to be a very, very quick flick through. Tells you how to set everything up, tells you how to play the game, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be a rulebook. Oh, that's a cool picture like that. The map. And then a quick reference guide. Then we've got our scenarios. And again, that's just going to be, let's have a look. Yeah, so all the different floors and things. This is more of a procedural kind of game from what I understand, but obviously there is going to be some scenarios which are quite static. So we'll see how we go. And maybe the procedural thing is a second mode or something. Helipad with a tyrant. Yep, nice. Okay, so again, I'm not going to show too much of those. I won't show much of the map tiles either. I'll just put them there like that to see. Because you're going to get to see these when we eventually end up doing our playthrough. We're still working through Resi 3 at the moment. We just need more time to play games is the problem. So all the punch-out tickets, tokens, not tickets, tokens, map tiles, etc. are in here. And then we get to the good stuff. Oh, by the way, all the backers had a choice to put their name on the box. My name is on here somewhere. No, I'm not going to show you which one it is, because no, I don't want you to know my full name. Just saying. This is still quite heavy considering there's only minis in here. Wait. Oh, cards. That's why. Yeah, of course. Duh. How to play a game without cards. Again, there's all the cards. We're not going to sit here and rifle through probably like, 300 cards, because that's going to make a very long, very dull, boring video. Plus, some of these are going to be very spoiler heavy, and we don't really want to get spoilers for the game. When we start playing them, we're going to record it. So there's the cards there. Nice to see they've put the minis on top, which is really cool. So I'm going to, just to make sure I get all the names correct, because my memory is failing in my old age, as it were. I'm going to pull out the rule book with the names of the different things, just to make sure I get them all correct. Okay, so we've got, obviously, dice. We've got the extra ones anyway in the test tube, but we've got the set of dice in here. Then we're going to start off with the characters. So first off, I'll put that there so it stops skewering that with the top-down camera. We've got Chris Redfield. So he's got his classic handgun stance. Classic handgun stance. What a stupid way to say that. That's Chris Redfield. The models on these are always really well done. I've always appreciated the Steamforged models. We've got Jill Valentine in her Stars outfit. So you would have seen that in one of the extras, I believe, in Resi 3. This is obviously original Jill from the original game. There's that one. Then we've got Rebecca Chambers holding a, I'm assuming that's a first aid spray, because she is the medic. See that little grenade, but it looks more like a first aid spray to me. Again, fantastic sculpts. They're really small, but they do such a good job with these minis. They're incredible. And we've got good old Mr. Barry Burton with his hand cannon magnum. The size on that thing. Amazing. Then we've got 4, is there 2 different sculpts of these? Yes. Pull that one out so I know which one we're going for. We've got a Hunter, so that's one version of the Hunter. And we've got number 2, so there's 2 different sculpts, and there's 2 of each of those. I'm assuming these are doubled up again inside that extra monster box, which is totally fine. Sometimes you need more because you never know what encounter cards you're going to pull. I'll leave that until last. We got 1 zombie, 2. I'm just going to pull out the separate ones briefly. So there's 4 different sculpts for the zombies. This chap who's reaching out, trying to find his next meal. And we've got this guy reaching out with a different arm. Hang on, there's a cat hair on there. Let me just pull that off. You don't want to be seeing cat hairs. Stuff gets everywhere. And we've got a... Oh, is this a crimson head? No. Yes, it is. This is a crimson head. So that's not a zombie, it's a crimson head with the talons. These things are lethal. Bit more of a deadly variance on the zombies. That's Rex playing with something in the background if you're hearing any background noise. And then our last particular zombie is this chap. So there's only 3 different sculpts apparently. I would have liked a couple more variances, but you know, hey ho, we've got the other ones to mix them up with anyway. Okay, then we've got 2 versions. How is there cat hair in the box? And I've literally just opened this. We've got 2 different variations of the Cerberus, which are the dogs. That feels a lot chunkier than the last few. That's quite nice, actually. So you've got the wasted flesh coming around, revealing the bones underneath. This is kind of like the first enemy you encounter, technically, if you count the cutscene at the beginning of the game. And then there's the second sculpt. Looks like he's howling up to something. I would say the moon, but that's not dogs that do that. Again, it's fantastic sculpts. I can't really fault Steamforce for their sculpts. They are always fantastic. Okay, 2 models left in this box. We have... Oh, it's the okay, that's the gun token things. Cool, missed those. We have Elisa Trevor, who wasn't in the original 1996 version of the game, but was put into the remake. You can see her hands are shackled when she comes back around. Kind of an imitated mess. I can't remember the full story of Lisa Trevor, but a lot of people are excited to see this character in the game. Her face is just a brutalized mess. Hello. And there's a face on the back, so obviously she's been infected with this virus, and there's some sort of mutation going on. And then we've got the Tyrant, T002 Tyrant, which is the final boss in the game, and you have to kind of evade it or stay alive long enough for the chopper to drop down a rocket launcher to blow it to smithereens. I'm assuming that's going to be something in the mechanics of this game as well. Cool, so that's the core box, the models. As I say, we're not going to go through all the cards because that will make for a very slow, drawl and boring video. And we're not all about that here at Liam Presents. We want to show you the good stuff, the entertainment stuff. Why is my Tyrant not going back in properly? Ah, there it goes. Cool. My little Tyrant's here, aren't you, Rex? Let me chuck these back in. We can crack into the next box. That one. So good seal on those. Okay, I'll slide that over there. Hopefully that's off camera. Let's jump into the neoprene mat next. So I'll pull out one of these and show you these properly. So this is going to be a player mat. It's going to be hard because it's quite floppy, so I can't really show things properly. So we've got a normal stars. So your character card, go on this bit. There's your health tracker instead of using the punch out. I'm assuming those are wounds, maybe. I'm not sure what those symbols are. Then we've got spaces for the weapon dials, and then 8 inventory slots. All the inventory cards will go onto those slots there. Which is really nice. It's got a good feel to it. It's got a really good print to it. I'm surprised they didn't think of doing these sooner, but better late than never, as they say, right? Let me just put this back in here quickly. And then we can crack into the next box, which is the Director's Cut box. I'll drop this one down here. Yeah, and he missed a slice again. So we got the Director's Cut box next. On the back again, there's quite a lengthy blurb. Nothing could prepare the special tactics and rescue service for this nightmare. One by one, each fell to the teeth or claws of increasingly bizarre or dangerous mutants escaped from Umbrella's laboratories and now roaming the grounds of the Spencer Mansion. Only the most fortunate and determined survived, their lives forever changed by their experiences and darkened by the outbreak. This is your opportunity to return and change those events. To save those that once fell and return them to the light so they can be more than a memory, to allow the men and women of stars to shine brightly once more, ready to dispel Umbrella's foul shadow wherever it may come to rest. Their fates are in your hands. Proceed with caution and do so wisely. They're counting on you. So again, we'll just get rid of this cellophane wrap. Chuck that down there. That back down there. again, we got the big eye emblazoned with the blood coming out of it on the front. We've got the director's cut, I guess like a rule book or a expansion book to tell you what's what. Oh no, this spider's in this one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so once again, I'm just gonna pull that up there so we can make sure we get all the right names. So we've got a big chunk of cards. There's a tension deck cards. There's the one card there that says spawn a crow. Crows are always nasty. Is that one there? So yeah, we'll see that when we get into playing the game. We've got extra health trackers apparently. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That's weird. And then we've got item blue herb on that. So that dispels poison in the game. Okay, and then we've got a load of minis. So first up we have a Chimera. I think it's just the one sculpt, yeah. So we have a Chimera. Hopefully that's focusing because Rags is moving around a bit on the table. He might be causing a bit of issue with the background. It's a Chimera. Then we have, just because that one's loose already, we have a bunch of snakes. Just the one sculpt for those. Got 4 of these in the box. So that's the top down. And then you've got, that's kind of like the front of the snake's head. That might not come out too well because of the way it's done, the sizes of it. Then we've got our web spinners. So we've got 2 of the same sculpt, is it? No, they're 2 different sculpts. Okay. It's got a web spinner. I'm not particularly a fan of these 8-legged monstrosities, but you know, hey ho, is what it is. There's one, and there's number 2. There's really good detail. You feel the texturing on it. I don't want to be touching the legs, but I can feel the texture on it when I'm grabbing it out of the box, which is incredible. Then we have some more Crimson Heads. So there's that guy there, again with his nasty ass claws. That's Rags' tail hitting the table. I think he's getting a bit fed up. It's a different sculpt for the Crimson Head. It's nice to see that they've put multiple versions of these into the 2 boxes. I can see a cat hair on that already. I don't have my glasses on, I can see a cat hair on that. Then we've got the Crimson Head prototype. So there's 1 of these. So I'm guessing that's going to be kind of like a mini boss almost. Kind of like the giant moth maybe, or Zombie Brad in Resi 2, the board game, which is really cool. Then we have, what is this one? That's not listed in the box. Oh wait, there it is. Zombie Forest Spear. So this is one of the Stars team members who met his unfortunate demise in the Spencer Mansion, and he's turned into one of the Walking Dead. Then anyone who hasn't played the game, spoiler alert, this is Big Bad Enemy, Albert Wesker. So this is the villain version of Wesker that you obviously will fight against at some point during this particular part of the campaign. And then just to have a nice symmetry, I'm kind of gutted it's the same sculpt. You can also play as Wesker because he is a member of Stars, but he just betrayed Stars and he turned evil. Okay, then we've got Brad Vickers, Chicken Heart. This is the coward. Good old Brad. He meets his demise at the hands of Nemesis in Resi 3 in the game. You sound American probably. Then we've got Joseph, oh dear. There's a typo in the book. Jusper Frost. Joseph Frost. It's fine, we all know who he is, right? That's that guy with his big gun, with his shotgun. Speaking of shotguns, we've got Richard Aiken, another shotgun wielder. And then we've got Kenneth J. Kenneth J. Sullivan. says unzombied, or rather alive, or normal forest spare, as it were. It's really cool that they've included all the extra characters, which is really sweet. They didn't have to go the extra mile on that, but they did, which is really cool. Edward Dewey. Looks like you've seen better days. Check that. And the last one in this particular box is Enrico Marini. That's this chap. Looks all serious standing there, arms crossed across his front. Ready for action. Nice. So that's that box. Lots of really cool minis. It'll be interesting to see what sort of extra gameplay elements they put into this with the director's cut. There's more names on the box than that one as well. Obviously, with so many backers, they couldn't fit every single person's name on the single box. Okay, then we're going to go hit the bleak outpost. So again, the blurb on the back. The mansion is only the beginning. You might think an isolated building at the edge of the grounds would be untouched by the evil elsewhere, a lonely safe house. You'd be wrong. An unlikely presence holds this place in its thrall, a plant grown to monstrous size, its lethal vines trailing through the building, just waiting to lash out. And beneath the simple structure, a deadly aquatic predator prowls the flooded halls, searching for any sign of life. I wish this one was the last box, but now that I've committed, let's do it, because I know it's in the last one, and it's got 8 legs. Okay. So one of these was in the original game, one of them was not. Bleak Outpost. One of them, well, none of this was in, the plant was inside the core mansion itself in the original game. So we've got, again, rule books, it's got some tiles, some scenario time, way to lay things out, etc. Aqua ring, guardhouse. Cool. So again, we've got some extra board tiles. Oh, that's nice. See the plant vines there, that's obviously where the boss goes. Oh, so it looks like if you're on that spot, you will lose 1 damage. You take 1 damage. So if you're on that one, it takes 2. Looks like there's only safe passages there. So that, oh, that's quite nasty. But we'll see. I might be wrong. Might be barking up the wrong tree branch, as it were. Ha, bark tree. Get it? Right. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So we've got obviously cards. Hey, I'm not going on space. I should have folded the table out. So we've got cards. This is a blue herb, and there's some sort of garden I'm not quite sure what that's all about. There's some arrows pointing there. That's fine. Then we've got, looks like map location stuff. And then we've got the boss information. What do you mean infinite health? Oh, God. Okay, let's start off with Neptune. This is a zombie shark. That's a big boy, look at that. There's nasty ass teeth. The water effect coming out, that's really cool. This is going to be interesting to paint, because that's quite smooth, that surface there. It would have been nice if they put some wave textures on it. But I'll make it work somehow. That's Neptune. Giant zombie shark. And then we've got the base. Oh, the head's heavier than I was expecting. And the head of plant 42, which from the front camera looks like a giant tomato. If you look at that, it kind of looks like a tomato with all the vines coming off it. And then going down the top down, it's got some really wicked vine or I'm not entirely sure what to call that, cracks maybe in the plant. You can see these little things on the end of the arms, as it were. 2 different types. Yeah, that's really cool. It's got a decent weight to it. It's not overly heavy. The head is heavier than the base, which is weird, because you'd think the base would need an extra weight to it to support the head. But it works. It's really nice feeling to it. It's really cool. So that's Bleak Outpost. A really quick and easy box, that one. I think it took longer to do the blurb. This is always so tight. Do the blurb than it did to actually unbox it. Cool. And then we've got Into the Darkness. That's the final expansion per se. You may think the flesh-eating undead roaming the halls are the worst horrors of the Spencer Mansion has to offer. If only that were true. Up on the 3rd floor, where only the most determined dare to tread, the monstrous yawn has made its lair, awaiting those foolish enough to disturb its slumber. And deep underground, in a network of abandoned caverns, lurks a huge nest of arachnids. Beware the largest of their brood, the terrifying black tiger. So again, Yawn was in the original game. I don't recall Black Tiger. I think that was only in the remake, but don't quote me on that one. It's been a long time since I played that, and Resi 2 was my favourite, so I always played that one to death. So we've got, again, the book, just kind of giving you some extra rules, objectives, scenarios, maps, etc. Some beautiful artwork, as always. So that. Again, we've got some extra map tiles with a rolling stone ball. That's going to be fun. Indiana Jones, right? A nice big map tile on the back with some webbing kind of thing. So I'm guessing you can get stuck in some webs. Fantastic. It's like they said, hey, people are afraid of spiders. Let's just put loads of spiders in this thing. Please don't. So again, we've got the sort of the behavior deck for the enemies. On the back of that, looks like there's some map cards there. And we've got some more items. A lot of blue herbs going around here. That's like the 3rd deck, I think, that's got a blue herb on the back of that, which is fine. And then we've got 1st floor East Sea locked with a 12 on it. I'm not entirely sure what they are, because we haven't really had a chance to look in the rule book, so you can just come here. So let's get Black Tiger down at the way. Ooh, made my skin crawl. So that's Black Tiger. It's neither black nor a tiger. It's a giant tarantula. Whoops. I should have kept one of the other models out for scale, because obviously these are to scale with the characters. Again, fantastic detailing. Got the 2 little pincery things on the back. They're very kind of furry looking. You can see all the eyes if it's close enough to that. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. You can see all the eyes on the head of the spider. That's crazy. And then let's jump into... Oh, look at that bad boy. Yawn. Oh, wow, look at that. That's great. I love it. Serious fun. I'd always be afraid of spiders, and my mother's not a fan of them either. I say afraid, it's a phobia. But my father had a phobia of snakes. So this box would probably kill the both of us off. Look at that jaw. It's amazing. You can see the hole in the tongue where it would spit the venom. Ah, that's great. I love it. I like snakes. I do like snakes. Cool. So that's that box. Again, quick, easy to get through them ones. Just chuck these away. So then we'll move on to some of the smaller ones. There we go. Let's keep in with the... That was too far. Just because I know there's going to be a bunch of cards, I can show you just what's on the top of them. This is the retro deck. So the cards obviously all have new artwork, modern artwork as it were. The retro deck is for people who want to make it look like the old game, basically. So I'll just show an item card as an example. I've got 2 here. It's a shotgun and a green herb. Look like they've been lifted directly from the art assets of the original game itself. So this will be from the 96 game, which is where this artwork comes from, because that was the original artwork for the game when it came out in 96. So that's really cool. I don't really use any of the what do you call it, battle game. Okay, there's a different back on that. Resident Evil battle game. Okay, and then there's the zombie on that one. I don't tend to use the zombie, not the zombies. I've just read zombie and it's matrixed on my brain. The retro decks, but it's always nice to have them. And one day I might end up going, you know, let's play with these instead for a change. So that's a nice little extra. I do like the effort they put in with these. It's really cool. Let's put that there. Next, we're going to just jump into this monster box, because I do get the feeling this is just extras of the monsters we've already seen with the minis for. So let's have a look. And again, it's got that manila, very military style almost, manila envelopes kind of style to the box, which is really cool. The Stars logo emblazoned on the front. So yeah, we got hunters, we got crimson heads, we've got dogs, and a bucket load of zombies. Yep, so there's nothing new there. So that's just the extras extra models if you do so need some for when you're playing the games. If you spawn too many zombies, you can run out, as you may have seen if you've been watching our playthrough. Okay, let's go into the gold tyrant. Oh wow, okay. So this is the same sculpt as the tyrant, but this is gold plated, or is it gold plated? It feels plastic. It might be plated. It might just be coloured, I'm not sure. But again, this was part of the extra bundle. So there's Mr. Gold Tyrant. Again, this is just a nice little piece. I wouldn't play with this necessarily. This would be more of a display piece. It's really cool. Just a nice little addition extra. And then we've got some extra cards for him as well, which are gold foil embossed, which is a nice touch. If you're going to do a gold tyrant, then make sure it's gold foil embossed, right? So there's those. It's weird starting with the claw. It's awkward to know which way it's going into the box. That's why I trouble, excuse me, getting him back into the slot in the original box. Doesn't quite blister him properly, but that's fine. About that. Then we have terrain box. None of these have blurbs on the back. If there is a blurb on the back, I will obviously read it out. But there's none on the back of these as it stands. So terrain box. Let's see if the doors for this are much better than the Resi 3 one, shall we? Cross your fingers, Leanne. So, we've got normal doorways. This will be just quick ones. They're all kind of the same. It's a normal archway. It's a normal plastic doorway, basically. And we've got... Okay, what are these? Oh, the ink ribbons are bigger. Item box. Let's make sure that's covered there. So you got the item box. It's like a trunk where you can store items in between campaigns and during scenarios. Got the typewriter that is needed to refresh the tension deck or in the video game itself, save the game. But to do that, you need to have an ink ribbon. It's a lot bigger in this one, which is quite nice actually. The back is kind of hollowed out as well. The last ones were kind of solid. I guess it's to save on plastic production pieces and whatnot. So that's that baggie. Then we've got, oh my, okay. New corpses. There's new corpses, people. That's a new corpse. Look at that. Oh, that's brutal. Check that bad boy out. Obviously, the last one was in the Raccoon Police Station for the most part. And in Raccoon City, so there's a lot of police, and that's where the corpses were used for that. That is a fresh corpse on the Spencer Mansion, on the Spencer Estate. That is absolutely gloriously grotesque. Is it just the one? Yeah, it looks like it. That's fine. That is all good. Hello, Regs. Do you want to eat the corpse? You're not allowed. Then we've got, what's I have to get into? Some stairs. So we've got 2 of each of these. I'm trying to pull one of each of the individual types out. Yeah. So we've just got some normal, what looks like stone or could be metal steps. No, it looks more like stone to me though. Especially looking by the side with the texturing, it looks more stone. Like an outdoor step maybe. Then we've got metal steps. So it's very similar to the one, oh, it's an elevator actually because it's got buttons on the side, look. Very similar to the one in Resi 3, but again, this is really nice. You can feel a good texturing on that. They've spared no expense for that. And then my favourite of the 3 is the wooden staircase looking ones. That's really cool. Look at that. I do like that. That's really nice. Let's get these back in there. And then we've got new doors, new texture doors rather, or new types, which is really cool because the ones from Resi 2 we used for Resi 3. And whilst I understand, I did feel that was a bit of a cheap trade-off. Oh, look, that's not flinging open. Check that out. Ah, that's a satisfying, nice clench on that. So that looks like it's hard to tell if it's metal. It kind of looks like it might be metal with some damage pushed through it. You can see the plastic, that when I held it up to the light, you can see through that then. So it kind of shows the battle damage, which is really cool. You'll get that on the camera, but take my word for it. So that one door. And then we've got another one, which looks like a wooden door with some glass or mesh or something on it, which again is really cool. Just those. And there is another bag with 2 different types of doors by the looks of it. Just trying to seal this bag back up. Baggies are never my best friend. So that one, and stack them on top of each other. So we've got another wooden door there, which is really cool. It's got the 6 panels on it. And then we've got what looks to me to be some sort of laboratory, or it could be part of the aquarium kind of thing. Kind of looks like that kind of door to me. Which again, it's really nice to see some new door sculpts. Which is just again putting that extra effort in, going that little bit of an extra mile for the game. Fantastic, superb, love it. The terrain box is always the toughest one to get back together, so I'm not going to do that properly right now. I'm going to do that after. And then I'm just going to scooch this way a sec. Yeah. Grab the 2 small boxes that remain. So first off, we've got the Kickstarter exclusives. Problem with this now is if I don't remember the names, I haven't got the book to look at. So my memory's not the best right now. Right there. Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay. Okay. So we've got Forest with, that looks like a grenade launcher. It could be an action shotgun. I'm going to assume it's a grenade launcher though, and a pistol. That's a very dynamic shot. I like that. A sculpt. That's very cool sculpt. I like those. I play as Forest. It'll probably be this model that I play with, so I really do like that. Remember that set to go this one out. I think that's Robert. Was it Joseph? Please don't lynch me in the comments. It's that chap. And then we've got good old Barry. That looks like a flamethrower. Gonna need it for that plant. Good old Barry Burton comes to save the day once again. Stops Jill from being a sandwich. That's not Enrico. I forget this chap's name. I will put the names in the video as these are being shown on the screen anyway. I'll cross-reference and make sure I get the right ones. So my failings will become undone when I edit. I'm guessing that's Chris? Yes, it's Chris, because that's the same jacket that Claire wears in the back in the second game. So he's holding his Stars badge with his beanie hat on, with his glasses. You see the angel on the back of the jacket. Hopefully that's picking up. So that's good old Chris Redfield. Then we've got, I must think that's Jill with her cap off in her hand. Jill Valentine. And we've got Rebecca doing the same kind of thing as Chris. We've got holding her badge out, showing her authority that she's part of Stars. Got another Jill in her Resi 3 outfit. Curious inclusion, but you know, hey ho. If we get different sculpts for the characters in different games, I'm totally down with that. It does mean I've got a lot more painting to be able to get through. Oops, there's another Jill running with a shotgun. If you can't run with scissors, you shouldn't be able to run with shotguns, right? That's Jill. Got, that looks like Chris with a shotgun, a pump action shotgun. Again, this detail on the sculpts is superb. I don't know how they do it. Okay, and I go from this side. We've got, that looks like Chris again, yeah, because it's the same jacket. So that's another Chris. Broody Chris with his arms folded, with his jacket. Upside down. Then we've got another Chris. I think that's Chris again. I'm gonna have to double check these. I think that's another Chris. It looks like the same face sculpt. Then we've got, I'm gonna assume that's Jill. I can make out it's a female form. The face is covered by some big like goggles or glasses and a hat, so it's hard to tell, but I'm gonna assume that's Jill with a knife. It's almost like a, come on then, come and get some kind of stance, with a knife ready to destroy any zombie brains. Then we've got cowboy looking Rebecca Chambers. It's got a kind of a very cowboy or Texan-esque top on. The what do you call them? The fringe. It's pretty cool. Some really short shorts too. And then we've got Rebecca with a shotgun. So everybody gets shotguns. And then the exclusive, one of the exclusive sculpts is Rebecca in a baseball uniform with basketball, with the basketball on her hip. This is to do with a photo that's found in the game. A lot of people lost their minds when they saw this, thought it was one of the best things ever made for this campaign. So that is the Kickstarter exclusive sculpt. And now we're on to the Fallen 5. So this was the extra add-on that was purchased with the Gold Tyrant, of the name of which I forget because my brain is stupid. And this, if I remember rightly, the campaign was that you would go through making choices and you would unlock different characters, and these ones were the one that met their demise. But they included them anyway as an addition. So here's an alternate sculpt. This, I think this guy was Enrique, or is it Edward? No, I can see Edward on top. Again, I'll put the names in text form as these are on the screen anyway, so you'll know exactly who is whom. Yeah, that's Edward. That looks like the same face that's on the card there. Edward Dewey. That's that guy. Then we've got, is that Brad? I don't know. He's got an injury. You can see his shoulders are looking a little worse for wear. Again, great detail on the shoulder. Looks like he's been beaten by a snake. I think that looks like Brad because it looks like he's got that constant worried look on his face. Chicken Heart Brad. I notice on the bottom of that one you've got the helmet because he's the pilot. Looks like he's got the helmet by his feet, which is really a nice inclusion. And then we've got Man of the Hour, Albert Wesker. Alternate sculpt for Albert Wesker. There's that chap there. Cool. All right, so that's all the models. The last box we've got then is what's known as game trays. So this is a company that they partnered with to make special inserts for the board game, which allows you to basically pack it all up and keep it all in order. So you haven't got to worry about losing spots or anything like that. And it makes it easy to get into, just pick up the game, put it on the table and get into it. This came as a default for Resi 3. This is an extra only for the Kickstarter backers for Resi 1. So we've got, that looks like that's for models. So just pop that off there. So you can see there's lots of space in there for models. This looks like it's for tokens. Oh, that's interesting. So you put all your little tokens, doors, ABC items, etc. in there. And then this will be for cards. A couple of model spaces, weapon dials by the looks of it. Yeah, that's that. Nice. Cool. It'll be interesting to see how this all goes together. These are always fun to work out. But I think Sherwin did post a thing in the Facebook Resident Evil group showing how he's done his, so that's going to help. So, thank you for watching. We really appreciate everyone who watches our channel. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. Make sure we know that you like the content. Hopefully none of you ate any of the other viewers whilst you were in the room chilling and watching this unboxing. We don't want another sort of lawsuit on our hands from people demising from watching our videos. Thanks. That's never happened, disclaimer. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit that like button, notification button. You're guaranteed then to get notifications when we put new videos up. We'll be carrying on our Resident Evil 3 board game playthrough shortly. Fingers crossed we'll get an episode up by the end of September, I think. Looking to about mid-September, maybe we'll try and get one out by that point. It takes a lot of time to edit them is the problem. So look forward to that one. If you do have any requests, well, feel free to just pop them in the comments. You know, do you want to see certain scenarios with certain characters of Resi, like one-shots? Do you want to, we did last on one of the last Resi 3s we did, should we do it in storyline? So we're nearly at the halfway point of Resi 3. Do you want to see Resi 2 and then carry on with Resi 3? Or should we just carry on with Resi 3? Let us know in the comments down below. Join the conversation. Don't forget to check out our Linktree as well. We have social media. We're on Twitter /X/ whatever you want to call it these days. Facebook, Instagram, all in our Linktree in the description down below. And yeah, that's pretty much all we got. Thank you again for watching. If you made it this far, we appreciate everyone watching our content, and we'll see you in the next video, which will be later on this week. Take care. Don't get itchy. Don't get tasty. See you in the next video. Bye for now.